So what's up, people? Morning. 6 o'clock right now. Sunday. Been up for an hour, enjoying some coffee. Still drinking some coffee. So I'm trying to get myself motivated to go and get some more done on this. And I'm just tired. But I figured I'd put this video together, just show some of the process. Yeah, does everyone else's palettes look like this? Well, I got a clean one. I don't think many people clean their palettes right after they're done using them. Plus, this stuff scrapes out pretty easy sometimes. Okay, if you really want to be lazy. So, gotta give these cinder blocks a wash. Might as well start doing that. For any RC car people that are watching, this is a TRX4M by Traxxas. It has some modifications to it, the Endura body on it. Enough about that. So this is a black wash. This is black paint, which it's just your Apple Barrel, which I think is Walmart brand. These go for like $3 to $5, just to show you that you don't need to spend crazy amounts of money. Acrylic's acrylic. The only difference is the more expensive ones are usually they're more pigmented, so you're gonna get maybe a little bit stronger color. These work just as well. They're a little thicker too sometimes. So if you add water to it or an acrylic thinner or there's a couple other things. I'm tired. Like I said, I've been up for an hour, but I'm not awake yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little acrylic. Let me see if I can get it all on camera. Take some acrylic. Oh, hold on. Ooh, don't want to do that. Some of the wash, I put it into the palette. It's overly complicated, and you just take it, and it's real thin. It's like it's water, and just gonna brush it on over the whole thing. What this is doing is it's seeping into all the cracks, and it's bringing out that detail. All those little nooks and crannies. This stuff seeps right into it, and it depends the look you're going on. You could um, you could dab it off if you have a rag, paper towel. So look how nice that looks now with all the black in there. It just brings out all those the little crevices, not only the lines, but when we went over it with the aluminum foil, all those little dimples in there, they all come out. And since when it dries, you're gonna see all that detail. What you can do, should probably get another light on. What you can do is you could dab it after. So if you don't want it as that strong of an effect, you can just go over the whole thing. You're gonna pick up some of it, and it brings the light back out. Um, and just keep in mind, whatever you do to your first piece, you're gonna kind of want to stay consistent with the rest all the way around. Don't want to dab this one and not dab that one, unless you're going for a certain effect. If that corner of the room is going to be dirtier, you can leave it darker. If you're trying to add natural lighting effects, You could leave a certain spot darker if you're trying to make it look like it's darker in that corner. Let me turn on another light. I don't know if that helped. Oh, so we got that piece done. Gonna come in here. We're gonna grab the second piece, and we're just gonna do this and see what's up. But I'm just doing the same thing. I'm taking a lot of it, coating it on there. That's it. So for anyone interested in starting in this type of stuff, diorama making, if you're into like models, if you want to do book nooks, if you want to work on dollhouses, it's all the same stuff. You could separate this and niche down into diorama dollhouses and all that stuff, but it's all the same stuff. You're going to use all the same techniques. It's just going to be a different scale. It's either going to be bigger or smaller. It's all the same stuff. You can start out with some basic insulation foam, like I said. You can start carving it. You can make this stuff look like wood. You can make this stuff look like rocks. You can make it look like bricks or cinder blocks. I mean, you can make furniture out of this stuff. This insulation foam is so versatile. You could truly use it for everything. Now, said earlier, I've been up for an hour, and here's the problem. Now, I don't know if this has to do with the ADHD and whatnot, but in my head, I keep telling myself, hey, I got to start working on this project. Got to keep it going. But at the same time, my body's not moving. I'm just sitting there. I was just scrolling Instagram for a little bit. And then I was watching a YouTube video on how to have a successful YouTube channel by I don't know who. It's a new one. Everyone's posting all these new videos now. How I got 7K subscribers, how I got 5K subscribers in, you know, 24 hours and all this stuff. I was just watching one of those because, like I said, I am trying to grow this channel. I am trying to grow a business. So the only way to grow the business is to actually do the work. And I don't mean by advertising. I mean, you got to actually do what the business is supposed to be doing. So, like I said, it is Sunday. It is my day off. I pretty much have all day today to work on stuff. Now, I know it said balancing work life and family. That doesn't sound like I'm balancing anything, but it's Sunday and it's football season. My wife likes watching football, and I don't anymore. So, guess what that means? I get to do this and play with my toys today while she watches football, and we're both happy. So, I mean, I'll go in and check in. She might pop in and check in, but 6 o'clock in the morning, she ain't popping in. But so yeah, so finally, in all honesty, filming this video right now is kind of what got me motivated to get going because I don't have any videos. I don't have any videos except for the first one, if I even put it up yet, which I haven't. Upon recording this video, I haven't put it up yet. But yeah, actually filming this motivated me just enough to kind of get started and just do something else. Now, don't get me wrong, I might just do this wash and that's it, and then go kind of binge watch a couple more videos or something just to see if I find any other information. And that part of it is the overthinking part of it, the overanalyzing. So I get to that analysis paralysis part. Me looking up all these YouTube videos, seeing what I could do, how I can make it better. I mean, I don't even know this filming angle. Is this even correct? I mean, you could see. But right now, it's not really about seeing what I'm doing. It's more about just having this conversation about how to get motivation to even start doing this stuff. And I guess the takeaway for me for this is because I'm constantly struggling with, getting started or, getting the motivation to start something. The motivation came from making this video. I didn't want to sit here and just talk because then I'm not being productive, which I don't like not being productive. But getting the motivation, or as they say, having the oh man, what's it called? Like, you know, you push yourself to do it regardless if you don't want to do it. That's basically what I did. Um, people talk about, just do it. But for some of us, it ain't that easy. We want to do it. We know what to do, but we don't do it. We just sit around and, all right, well, let me do some more research before I get started because I don't want to mess it up. And I want to make sure I do it right. So let me watch a video. Let me Google it. Let me find out, how to do this. And then you sit there doing that and you don't do this. You know, so in all honesty, if you have a different reason to do it, it might get you motivated to do it. So, like working out, I work out randomly. I get up in the morning, I come down here into the garage, I'll do some push-ups, I'll do some, some calisthenics, I think they're calling it now, basically just body weight exercises. Um, do a little bit of stretching, and that's it. But it's random. It's not every day. I get up tired, I gotta get ready for work, I gotta do my morning thing. Sometimes I don't have enough time. Sometimes I wake up earlier. Sometimes I wake up later. But again, it's doing it. But when you have a reason to, so like summer when that starts coming, it's like I want to make sure I can walk around, looking good with t-shirts and whatnot. So I'll start working out in the spring or whatever a little bit more, and then in winter I'll kind of stop. But you got to have I think maybe an alternative reason for what it is you want to do. When I finish this, I'm gonna go have breakfast, which I don't normally do during the week, even though I know you should. I just have coffee and I keep it going. But yeah, try to find something to do to have you do the other thing. So what's it called? Habit stacking or something? Any of y'all that watch like those motivational videos? I told you I've done it all. Um habit stacking. So, okay, so for me to work on this, well, let me film myself doing it. So that way I could do this, talk to you guys, and we, have a conversation. And I want to hear what you guys do. What do you guys do to get motivated? Do you just do it? People my age, 40s, 50s, 60s. I know some people could do it, but I love doing this, but it's just finding the energy, the motivation to just, get off my rear and do it. Um, yeah, and let me hear what you guys do. Do you have like a certain thing you do? Like, okay, if I get up in the morning, I immediately just start working on something, or you get up in the morning and you got to have your coffee first before you can even function straight. I can't barely speak English right now because I ain't had enough coffee in my system yet. Um, what do you guys do? Tell me. What do you guys want to see? If I put up another video, do you want to see me still working on this? Do you want to see the abandoned garage, the bando? Do you want to see the original barn garage with the Pepper's Ghost? Do you guys want to see how I did the Pepper's Ghost? Pretty easy. And that's the other thing too I want to say, and I might have started saying, but my freaking mind jumps all over the place, is um getting into this hobby. Getting into this hobby, you can go to Home Depot, the local hardware store, and get a piece of the insulation foam. They sell a 2x2 square. At least the Home Depot around here does. They sell a 2x2 square, 1 inch thick. So it's as thick as this bottom one for $10. A couple years ago they were 5, now they're 10. $10. You get that for $10. While you're there at the hardware store, pick yourself up a utility knife, replaceable blades, couple bucks. So you could cut the foam. In case you didn't know that, this is to cut the foam. That's all that's for. Um, can't even make myself laugh right now. I'm so tired. Oh, got a little pillar I'm gonna do. I still got to get that gray. I painted it down like that, so I haven't gotten to this side. I'm gonna give it a wash anyways. This is for the loft section. Um, all right, so get yourself the foam, get yourself the knife. Um, yourself the foam, get yourself the knife. Go home. I'm sure you have a ruler. If you don't, grab one there too, because they'll have them there. If you're at the hardware store, don't grab a ruler, grab a square. It'll have more uses in the long run. Like I should, you could do uh, when you're doing your squares. You're gonna be able to line it up straight. It'll help you to cut the piece, the 2 by 2 foot piece. It'll help you square it up to cut it straight lines. Um, get home, cut yourself out a piece. I would say start smaller if you're trying to do like brick and cinder block, I would say cut yourself a small piece to practice on. And let's say you want to do 112, you would do just do 1 inch by 5 inches for like cinder blocks. It's a little oversized, I believe, for that scale. But um, that way you have something to kind of start at. Have here printouts of scale sizes. So a cinder block in 112 is going to be 34 millimeters by 17 millimeters. So remember, centimeters are millimeters. 34, what I say? 34 millimeters. So if you got centimeters, well, this one's actually millimeters. So 34 millimeters. I think it was 17. Mark that out on a grid on the foam. Carve it all out. Find a pen. Widen those lines a little bit. Run to Walmart. Pick yourself up black and white. First 2 colors I would suggest getting. Black and white, you can make gray. Mix up a batch of gray and give it a coat. See what happens. Then once that gray dries on there, get yourself a little bit bigger, like a Dixie cup, and fill that up. Don't fill that up. Don't fill it up. Put some black paint in there and add about 3/4 to 50%, 50%. So a 50-50 mix, 1-to-1 mix. You do black paint and water, just dilute it. Um, I will be honest, when it comes to the washes, alcohol inks, alcohol paints, they're thinner, more pigmented, they're gonna give you a better color. But just to start off, take your apple barrel, water it down, brush it over, let it dry, see how it looks. You gotta go over it again, you go over it again. That's it. I rambled a little bit too much. We're gonna see what's up. All right, thank you. I'm tired. I'm gonna go drink more coffee and watch another random video. And those pallets, they're probably gonna stay dirty for a bit. So, just to let you know. If it bothers anyone, sorry.